Okay, so I'm starting to record. Good afternoon. This is Sunday, March 14th, 2021. This is Juanita Edgerton Grant coming to you from JEG Workshops as a nonprofit consultant in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Today, I would like to share with you, in partnership with Elder Keith Humes, um, the work that we do together to help individuals that come and want to start a 501c3 nonprofit. Probably 95% of the individuals that come to us are coming to us for help to start what's considered in some states as a halfway house, what's considered in other states as a reentry supportive living facility. Either way, both housing programs involve providing support services in a housing facility for ex-offenders, substance abuse users, and what we consider as other hard-to-place individuals. Please be acknowledged that the information that we provide you is invaluable. What I recommend to everybody in different states, as I recommend to my own state, call a corporate attorney and ask for prices. I really recommend that you do this. Ask for prices of what it costs to incorporate them, to incorporate you, and or to write your application for the 501c3 status. I'm guaranteeing you that you will find that just to incorporate you, that 9 out of 10 attorneys will charge you a minimum of $1,000 or more. I'm not sure, and I can't say what every state involves as far as attorneys, but I can assure you that the services we provide is just like us giving it to you for free. In Pennsylvania, you will see on my website, which is www.craminc.org. That's craminc.org. You will see in Pennsylvania all the different steps under JEG workshops that I perform for individuals in my state, and they pay a fee. What I would like to present to you, and Elder Keith Humes will also give to you in writing, I would like to present to you on this Zoom that training is not easy for individuals. Training is easier if we provide it in a group setting because you're repeating one thing one time. With my training, after Elder Keith Humes has taken you to the level of the 501c3, my training involves 5 different steps that I make available to you. And each one of my steps for my out-of-state clients is $300 per step. However, if you're in Pennsylvania, it's less because I don't have to research the Pennsylvania law. I'm in the state of Pennsylvania. For your state, I have to research your corporate law to make sure that I'm giving you the right information to structure your nonprofit properly so that you are a good candidate for funding. One thing I need to say to be sure, there is no way that myself or anyone else, any grant writer, can guarantee you funding. What I tell the people that I work with is the best thing that we can do is structure your nonprofit for funding, and what funders look for. So, you have to understand, I'm a nonprofit that gets hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, but I might write 30 grants and only get 2 or 3 because you don't know what your competition is. You don't know what the direction that some funders are going into. So what you have to do is just be consistent with writing the grants so that your nonprofit becomes familiar. Your nonprofit becomes familiar with 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 applying for applications. And at some point, if you're writing the application properly, at some point, you will be funded. There's a lot of different lower level fundings that are available in your local community. And those are the type of that's the type of information I provide you with when you sign on to our services. The first part of the training has to be grant preparation, which requires that we complete 2 budgets. One budget will be an overall view of your nonprofit. Like, does it take $300,000 to run your nonprofit for 12 months, or does it take $200,000? I actually sit with you and you participate in this because I have to ask you different questions and make sure that I'm being in compliance with your vision and what you want to do to run your nonprofit. But I'm able to give you all the basic stuff that you need. So basically, I'm doing the work for you, but I'm including you in the training. You have to complete a budget for your organizational profile. You have to complete a budget for each one of your program activities. For reentry and mentoring and other different phases that you provide to individuals like ex-offenders, veterans, single mothers, substance abuse abusers, mental health, all those different things, they basically need the same type of programs. And those primary 5 basic programs are mentoring, basic needs, housing, financial literacy, and workforce development / employment assistance. Those are the primary 5 program descriptions that I write, which is one of the $300 programs. The second $300, the third $300 program, I'm sorry, because the first $300 program was the grant preparation, the 2 budgets, and the logic model. And let me back up a little bit. The logic model is crucial because it's a 1-page document that can serve as a 1-page business plan or a 1-page strategic plan, where a funder can look at that model, look at that particular document, and see the total profile of your organization. So logic models are really necessary for grants. The basic needs, as I said, is the mentoring. I'm sorry, not basic needs. The mentoring comprises of you getting mentors to serve as sponsors and assistants for your clients. Basic needs allows you to help clients with food, shelter, work clothing, transportation, identifications, birth certificates, rental assistance, and utilities assistance. The housing allows you to help clients with their rent, to be involved in these transitional facilities or supportive living facilities. We try to get funders to give us rent for the first 2 to 3 months to help you to get on your feet. The financial literacy is a program that that I designed to help you to teach the client how to maintain their household based on the income that they have. All this helps to reduce recidivism on a state level, and it also helps to reduce crime on a local level. So workforce development, which is the last one, helps the individuals to establish a relationship with certain employers and to help them with employment assistance, which means they're going to be doing a mock interview, resume preparation, and teaching them job maintenance. The third $300 session is funds research. I will give you access to no less than 3,000 to 4,000 links to grants. Most of the grants are national grants and give money all over the country. And then there's grants that are designated specifically to your local area. We can find grants by state, we can find them by county and by city. You have to learn to do the research, which is when you need help. You need help with this, with your board members and with other people that want to help you in your vision for your nonprofit. But the funds research is very detailed, and we find that people don't use the 100% of this particular avenue of the grant writing. And therefore, I do offer, and it's optional, I have a team of people that will find you 10 grants that you 100% are eligible for. We don't write them. We find you 10 grants that you're eligible for a fee of $300. That's $30 for a grant. Just like for the program description, you're paying $60 for each program description. And again, the program descriptions is designed to answer the questions to the grant applications that you're going to be writing. And all these documents that I'm presenting to you, you don't have to do them again. Once they're done, they're done. They are for you for the life of your organization. And of course, you always can add to them, but you never have to redo this information again. They're one-time documents that you need for the life of your nonprofit. The final step, which is the grant writing, involves me writing your first grant for you. While we're on Zoom, you actually watch me go through a whole grant and write that grant, answer the questions. I make you understand why I give certain answers. And then we submit that grant. The second grant, I expect you to be able to get on Zoom with me, and I watch you and help you through writing the second grant. After that grant writing should come as a very easy thing for you because you have the answers in your program description and you have two grants that can serve as templates where most of the time from this point on, you're just cutting and pasting into other grant applications. The final optional $300 package would be your grant for 10 grants for $300. That's $30 a grant. I have a team, again, that will find those grants. And those grants will be grants that will be eligible within the next 60 days and grants that will definitely be modeled to have the effect of what your organization is doing. The follow-up I provide is free. After the training, which is every week, sometimes people need 2 weeks in between trainings, but I offer you at least 1 hour every week to get through the first 4 steps for the training. If at any time that the pace needs to be slower for you, that's not an option. It's not an issue. We can go once a month, we can go once a week. But I prefer to go at a pace where, at least for the first 3 to 5 weeks, we will have accomplished at least the grant preparation, the program descriptions, and the funds research, and then the grant writing. Board of directors. Board of directors are crucial. Funders will be able to see if you are a one-man nonprofit operation. Nonprofits should not operate with one person. You should be operating with a minimum of 3 board of directors who are not your relatives. I don't agree that you should be on the board. Some people want to be on the board. If that's your preference, there's nothing I can do about that. But it's hard to get funded with you sitting on the board, making a decision as a board member and being the founder and CEO and making a decision to put something on the agenda item for the board meeting. It's not attractive. So therefore, I strongly recommend that founders do not get on their boards. Do not put your wife or your husband on the board. If you have to, no more than one person related to you should be on the board. Board of directors are important because funders look at board of directors as the power of a nonprofit. The 501c3 dictates that the board are supposed to do what's in the best interest of the nonprofit, not what's in the best interest of the founder, which is why they frown at boards that have family members. I believe that what we offer is very valuable. I believe that what we offer, you probably can't get nowhere else in this country. And I believe that if a person starts this process of a nonprofit, that you very well should understand it is an investment. It's an investment of your personal finances, and it's an investment in your community that you care about a certain population of people who need help. It took me 14 years to get where I am today. And that's because nobody was offering the help that me and Elder Keith offer. There was no one that you could go to even get the type of help for this small fee that we charge. You have to understand, for me, for instance, I have a nonprofit, and the money that I make off of these fees does not go in my pocket. It serves as a fundraiser to my nonprofit to help me to get more money from the funders. So with this, I am presenting this video to Elder Keith with the hope that you will have a better understanding of what part that I play when Elder Keith turns you over to me as a referral. I do not believe that a person should start their nonprofit until they have all their funding together, whatever that total amount is. When people come to me, I prefer that the fees are paid upfront and not on a payment plan. I believe you should wait until you have all your funding before you start the process. And I believe that you should be dedicated to putting in the time and the effort it takes to get you to the point where you want to be with this nonprofit. I cannot tell you how long it's going to take you, but I can guarantee you it won't take you 14 years like it did me, because now I know the resources and now I understand the structure. So I am hoping that we can get you, Keith and I can get you where you need to be in a year or less. So please don't come into a nonprofit thinking this is a cash cow, because it's not. There's so many things that can happen that can elevate your nonprofit at a faster pace. But those are things that I cannot tell you because I don't know. I do know that some things happened for me that helped me to raise my nonprofit. And today I have a 16,000 square foot building that I use as a social service building. I rent to other nonprofits. I help other nonprofits with shared office space. And on the parking lot of my building, I built a 21-bedroom apartment facility for homeless veterans. All that was through grants. And we didn't start the building of that property until 2015. So it does take time sometimes for certain levels of nonprofits to have certain um, benefits. The benefit of having a facility under for veterans comes from a different organization other than grants. Federal grants, a lot of people understand federal grants are very large sums of money, but federal grants are not easy to get. However, we're starting the training in the month of May for the federal grants, but you have to be prepared for that. If your nonprofit hasn't shown that it's gotten funding from some other sources, you're not more likely to get a federal grant. You also need to work in collaboration and partnership with other nonprofits in your area, because you need to show that no one agency can help the full community. Your agency might provide one part, another agency might provide another part. So please make sure that you believe in partnership and collaborations within your community. I thank you for your time and I thank you for your efforts. And I look forward to working with people in different states. And right now, according to the referrals that Elder Keith has sent me, my services for nonprofit consultant are in 21 different states. And I am grateful for the opportunity to serve at that level. Thank you.